live from Laval, Quebec, Canada. This is NBA G League basketball. And this afternoon, the Long Island Nets, Les Nets de Montreal, welcome in the visiting Noblesville Boom. Hello, everybody. Alongside Dominique Patrick, I'm Matt Estrich. The Nets are back north of the border for their final two games here in the Montreal suburbs. Dominique, tonight, taking on a very good Noblesville team. The Nets will have all three of their two-way players at their disposal, including the red-hot E.J. Liddell.
Man, E.J. has been fantastic. Back-to-back 30-point games and a little bit of a get-back against his former team, the Windy City Bulls, in his home state of Illinois. I love it. He's been aggressive on the offensive end. 32 points and 10 rebounds in that last time out. And Coach Udofia said that he's just been taking what the defense is giving him, taking the right shots, shooting the three, getting to the rim, and then, of course, showing off the signature hang on the rim is E.J. Liddell. He has been fantastic. Looking for him to continue that here in Montreal.
And the Nets are going to need it from Liddell. This is a very important game between these two teams. The Noblesville Boom, 5th in the Eastern Conference. The Long Island Nets are 6th. Noblesville was red hot a couple nights ago. Dominique, they had their 7-game winning streak snapped on the road against first place Osceola. Well, tip-off is moments away, but before we get there, let's get a look at tonight's starting lineups. For the Noblesville Boom, it's Cameron Hildreth and Taylor Peter in the backcourt. Jalen Slauson coming off his first career triple-double. Audi's Tony and the big man Samson Johnson, the two-time national champ from UConn. For the Nets, a backcourt of Tyson Etienne and Malachi Smith, who likes playing on this floor, had a career-high 36 the last time the Nets were in Montreal. Nate Williams, the two-way star E.J. Liddell, back-to-back 30-point games, like Dominique mentioned, and Grant Nelson rounding out the starting five for the Long Island Nets. Stefan Udofia's crew 11-8. They are 6th place in the Eastern Conference, taking on Tom Hankins, the longtime head coach of this Indiana Pacers G League program. They're the Noblesville Boom now. They were the Indiana Mad Ants, also the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. We'll go over that history in a little bit, but Tom Hankins has the Boom at 11-7. Winners of 7 of their last 8, 5th place in the Eastern Conference. So, Dom, we got a good amount on the line here on this Super Sunday between two teams right now locked into a playoff spot.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, Boom was on that winning streak. Unfortunately, lost last time out versus the Magic, but we know this is going to be a good game. Talking to Coach Udofia about it and how tough physically it's about to be.
And the opening tip belongs to the Boom. We are underway here north of the border. Third game that the Nets have played here in Montreal this year. They'll play one more between these two teams on Tuesday night. And that'll be it for the Canada portion of the season for the Nets. The opening three from Tony is no good, and the Nets have it.
Yes, Lawson set a nice screen to free up the shooter, but great job fighting around it. The Long Island Nets, the defense has been great for them so far.
Tyson Etienne hitting a couple milestones this month for the Nets, all-time leading scorer and the all-time leader in made threes. And there is another for Etienne to start the game.
We're showing love to the screeners right now. I thought that was a great screen set, and you saw Etienne reading it perfectly, freeing himself up. He always squares his body up to the goal. Beautiful shot.
Hildreth, the England native, getting the start. Wake Forest University product, and the Boom have missed their first two shots. Both these teams playing really well of late, both of them coming off of losses. There's Nate Williams with the lay-in to give the Nets an early 5-0 lead.
Really nice attack. Reading the defense and seeing what it gives you. Nate Williams was going downhill, refused to be denied, and made that layup look easy. I think that the Nets are doing a nice job coming out, playing defense on one end, and then coming down, taking their time, and getting a good shot.
There was a mismatch there. Johnson on Etienne, but Tyson Etienne knocking it out of bounds.
Williams doing a nice job just attacking. Took on 2 defenders. No one was able to slide in front, slow him down.
Samson was fouled right on the inbounds pass, so we should have free throws up ahead here. Nope, going to be called on the floor. And Dom, while we have a minute before we get to this inbounds here, take a look at our keys of the game.
Going to be important for Long Island Nets to turn over the Boom. This is a team that is worst in the G at turning it over, 18 turnovers a game, but Coach Udofia says they have to do it without fouling, being disciplined, and pushing transition. Number 1 in fast break points are the Nets with 19 a game. They played with pace against Windy City, and they have to continue to do that here in Montreal.
Nice look inside there from Slauson to Hildreth. First bucket of the game for the Boom. I almost called them the Mad Ants. As Malachi Smith gets to that spot in the paint time. We've seen that all season long here, all regular season long for Malachi Smith.
Well, Matt, you've been around for so long here. You still calling them the Mad Ants?
Yes, that's going to probably get me a couple times here. He's got another bucket there from the Boom. It's 7-4 here early on in favor of the Nets. Ball works its way into the corner. Malachi Smith. The Nets are a perfect 2 for 2 from deep to start this game.
Well, you talked about that career night he had last time here in Canada. Malachi Smith being aggressive, playing his game. I mean, he's just taking exactly what the defense is giving him, keeping it simple. We saw the nice floater in the lane, and this time showing us he can shoot from outside.
Nets perfect 4 of 4 from the field. They lead it here 10-4. Hildreth guarded by Smith. He'll take a three. It's short. Rebounded E.J. Liddell.
If you can limit the Boom to shooting shots that are off balance, contested, that's a win, Long Island's eyes.
Here's Grant Nelson. His first attempt, strong drive, but couldn't get it to go. Hit the back iron of the rim. Rebound to Slauson as Hildreth momentarily lost the handle. Tony kicking it in the corner, work back around to Hildreth. He'll take another three, and that one is good.
Well, nice recovery in the paint for Williams. They had to kick that ball out and swing it around. Beautiful ball movement for Noblesville.
Cameron Hildreth, last 2 games, averaging 21.5 points. Here's Etienne around the screen, too strong. Nice rebound there from Audi's Tony. Tony's going to push it, taking it right at Etienne in the lane. There's a bucket for the Boom.
You got to slow down the ball, letting him drive all the way and get his feet into the paint. It's unacceptable there, and Coach Udofia kind of made a face after that one.
Corner 3, E.J. Liddell. He was warming up from that spot pregame. He didn't miss a whole lot of them.
I really like how comfortable he's been living in three-point land. I mean, doing a nice job just looking for a shot. He's wide open, knocking it down, shooting 41% on the regular season.
We got a whistle, stepping out of bounds is Slauson. There's the second turnover of the game for the Boom. Dominique, you asked Mafan Udofia before the game about the Nets and their three-point selection, and Coach told us, you know, as long as we're taking good threes,
yes,
I'm all about letting it fly. And he said early in the shot clock, if that corner three is available, we're going to take it.
Absolutely. He knows that the corner three is going to be available early. Defense slagging in, trying to crowd up the paint, and Long Island Nets taking advantage of it there.
Well, the Nets give it away there. Here's Slauson picking up his dribble in the paint, gets it back out to Hildreth. Tight defense there from Williams, almost poked it away. Tony on Smith. Nice footwork in the paint, but he comes up short. Ball's loose. Nate Williams has it.
Just staying sound, staying disciplined on the defensive end.
Williams weaving through the traffic, no good. Gets his own rebound and goes right back up. And we get an early timeout here taken by Tom Hankins. Good start for Long Island. They're up by 6 here in Quebec.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, ball knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night, and they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
Right, that's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes the Nets.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank
Alley-oop
shots.
pass. Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve it too.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell.
Oh.
So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
Nets coming off a back-to-back on the road at Windy City. They won on Thursday, Dominique, but on Friday night, a bit of a second city misstep for Long Island as they came up short Nets were in the driver's seat for most of that game, kind of fell apart down the stretch.
Yeah, and Coach Udovia said learning lesson, right? We're still working on how to close out games and giving up that lead. You know, it's something you got to work your way through, stay sound. And he says that it all comes back to their fundamentals and being disciplined, because those things that you're not disciplined on all throughout the game, they may hurt you in that fourth quarter there. So he thought he put them on the line a lot, said they got to learn how to defend without fouling, giving them the freebies at the line.
Windy City closed that game on a 19-4 run, a name you might be familiar with. Mac McClung had a huge game, 33 points, also 7 assists. There's the head fake into the game is Cody Martin, a longtime NBA veteran, working his way back from injury. He hasn't played in the last 4 games for the Boom. He was a game-time decision with a left calf injury. But Cody Martin, first player off the bench for Noblesville. Joined by Gabe McLaughlin. Hildreth picking up his dribble. Over to Martin. He's guarded by Etienne. Martin puts it on the floor, has it poked away by Smith. Nets hit the floor. Etienne comes up with the steal.
Great hands. Great job just sacrificing the body, diving on the floor.
Nets lead it by 6 midway through the first quarter. Nets give it right back. Here's Martin. Lob it up top. Couldn't connect with Talon Peter.
Just here on the other end, the turnover for Long Island. Make sure the spacing stays good. You know, when they came out hot, starting here in this first quarter, it felt like everyone was spaced out. That pass just a little bit too tight. Try to give Nelson on the bounce.
Cody Martin, 7th-year pro out of Nevada. Was a second-round draft pick back in 2019. Mentioned he hasn't played in the last 4 games. The first 2 possessions for him, he's turned it over both times. Terry Roberts, Trey Scott into the game now for Les Nets. We get a foul here. Going to go against Cameron Hildreth. Nets play in their 3rd of 4 games here in suburban Montreal. Played 6 here last year. It'll be the Nets and Boom again on Tuesday evening. Roberts and Trey Scott off the bench have been a revelation for the Nets. 2 super subs for Long Island. As Williams comes up short, but an offensive rebound for E.J. Liddell, and we get a foul called.
Yeah, the bench production has been really key for them getting those wins as well, too. You need contributions up and down the lineup and the next man up mentality. Terry Roberts has been fantastic just facilitating the basketball. I mean, last game he had 8 assists off the bench, so it's crucial for them to come into the game and make an impact.
First free throw for either side here in this game. Nets coming off a regular season high 27 free throw attempts in their game on Friday at Windy City. Made 21 of them, both of those regular season highs for the Nets. We get an offensive foul called as Nate Williams hits the deck.
I'm curious about that. McLaughlin, did he just extend the elbow coming off that screen? But I think the ball pressure has been top tier from the Nets. They have been getting after it, perimeter defense, communicating switches on the screens. That was a hard screen there from Nate Williams.
Yeah, momentarily poked away by Tony, but last touch by him. We mentioned that nobody gives it away more than Noblesville. 18 turnovers per game, already have 4 here in the first quarter. Nets lead it 17-9. 5 minutes ago, opening quarter in Montreal. Here's Terry Roberts flying in, but that was heavily contested at the rim. Martin tries. Another turnover for Martin. Here's Roberts. Another opportunity, too strong, but trailing the play. Chaney Johnson came up short. Johnson had the right idea, just couldn't convert. Here's Martin at the other end. That had to feel good for Cody Martin, who's had a bit of a rough start to his return.
Had a few turnovers here. That had to feel good to get one to go down. Still working through injury. He's kind of limping a little bit after that play as well.
Yeah, Cody Martin, it was a left calf injury that he's coming back from, and he doesn't look right here for Noblesville. In fact, Martin committing the foul. It's easy to get himself out of this game, and I feel bad for Cody Martin.
Yeah, we knew it was a game-time decision up until this point as well, too, just to see how he was feeling, trying to get his feet back under him. But he is really shaken up after that.
Yeah, Martin coming out. Jalen Slauson going to check back into the game. So is DeJuan Gordon going to see his first action here for Noblesville. And you can see, Dominique, the grimace as Martin runs back down the floor.
Yeah, after he shot the three-pointer, I was wondering if it came during that turnover when he drove into the lane. But after he hit the three, just running back down the floor, non-contact. So it's a really tough blow for him, and he's going back into the locker room.
Yeah, last game for Cody Martin back on January 24th. He had 28 points in that game. You called it, Dom. Martin is making his way gingerly back to the locker room for Noblesville. All right, so we play on. Nets lead it by 7, 19-12. McLaughlin has it. The ball's loose again. We get a kick. That's going to be Nets ball.
Every time McLaughlin turns his back off of that screen, the Nets have just been aware of what he's trying to do, back to the basket, trying to create. They have been swarming defensively, sending two people at him, and every time he turns his back, it's resulted into a turnover.
You mentioned it moments ago, Dom, the ball pressure from the Nets. I mean, Mfiondu Nofi and his crew, they certainly got the memo that Noblesville can be attacked and kind of taken advantage of, and the Nets are not making it easy for the Boom here. 6 turnovers in the first quarter as Tyson Etienne was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and not bailing them out, not putting them on the free throw line was a huge key to the game for Coach Udofia, and I think they've just been sound. You've been seeing the reach-in, but it's coming away with the turnovers. And right now, they've forced 6 turnovers already.
But you can always tell the theme of the day when we talk pregame with Coach Udofia. And like you just said, guarding without fouling. Now, that is how the Nets, frankly, blew the game on Friday. They put Windy City on the line way too often down the stretch, scored points without time coming off the clock. That's how the Nets had a 19-4 run go against them in that game.
Yeah.
And so far, much better here in the first quarter as this lead balloons to 9 here after that free throw from Etienne.
Yeah, and he mentioned, the tough loss against Motor City as well, too, a while ago, just
Very
fouling
similar.
them, putting them on the free throw line.
Talon Peter, the two-way, has it. Over to R.J. Felton, who's fresh into the game, and Felton giving the Boom a little energy with a nice drive.
Very strong drive, recognizing one-on-one matchup, just kind of bulldozed his way in.
Hunter Couture in the game for the Nets. Here's Tyson Etienne into the lane. Had it pocket picked by Peter. Numbers here for the Boom. Peter drives. That was a bit of an awkward finish, and it was rightly rejected by Chaney Johnson.
We slowed down just enough, Peter, to give the defense time to come down. And Etienne here just a little bit out of control, spinning into 3 defenders, slowed down as Couture was driving him. And what a wipe away from Chaney.
Talon Peter, the rookie two-way out of Liberty. I think you might want to see him a little bit more decisive, getting his teammates involved, especially when you have numbers on the break. Here's Hildreth back into the game. How about that finish? A little English off the glass for the Englishman.
Beautiful. Showed the basketball and just nice little roll off the rim. Beautiful touch. For him to drop to the left.
5-point lead. It feels like it should probably be more from the Nets, but Noblesville doing a good job sticking around here early in this game. Here's Roberts, gets it into the paint, over to Johnson. He's got 5 to shoot. Spin from Chaney Johnson gets called for the offensive foul as he barreled over McLaughlin.
We talked to Coach Udofia about Chaney and his growth and, what he's been working on. He's been working on knocking down the 3, but knocking it down when it's a good shot, right? If not, waving it off, getting aggressive into the paint. I thought that was a solid move right there, but a lot of credit to the Boom defense for just shuffling over, getting in front, and taking the charge.
Yeah, Gabe McLaughlin definitely saw that one coming as that one is stolen by Alex Schumacher. Pass to Hunter Couture in transition, but too strong. Ball's on the floor again. Chaney Johnson hits the deck. Ball's out of bounds. Who's it off of? We're going to get a foul, I believe. Yeah, a foul on Chaney Johnson. Oh, and the Nets bench cannot believe that call.
You say it fell on the leg?
Well, either way, we're going to get a timeout here. Nets up by 5.
The Long Island Nets are back for the 2025-2026 NBA G League season, and it's going to be better than ever. Watch tomorrow's NBA Superstars today, live at Nassau Coliseum. Feel the excitement with electrifying dance performances and entertainment that'll have you on your feet all night long. Bring the whole family. The Kids Zone is packed with fun for the little ones. Stick around after the game for exclusive player autographs and your chance to meet the future stars up close and personal. Get your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com and come experience basketball like never before.
Homegrown. Hand-picked. A team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Up until Friday night, the Noblesville Boom were the hottest team in the G League, but they had their win streak snapped, the 7-game win streak snapped against first place Osceola on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, that was such an interesting game that came down to the wire. You know, me and Matt, we were talking about this. I mean, terrific performance from Swanson for the Boom. I mean, a triple-double, the 17th in franchise history for him, but that game came down to the wire. Mental mistake, him knocking the basketball while it was out of bounds, got a technical foul, was down 2, and then the Magic was able to shoot some free throws and create some separation here. But this team has been hot, and it's interesting, a team that started off 0-7 to start the year, they really turned a new leaf when it counts in the regular season.
Yeah, the Boom have a bit of a reputation starting slowly. Like you said, 0-7 to begin the tip-off tournament, 4-6 to start the regular season here, but they've been 8-2 over their last 10. That's how they are in 5th place and comfortably in a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. They played some really good ball lately, are the Noblesville Boom. But when you look at what's going on at the NBA level for that organization, a lot of injuries on the Indiana Pacers, a lot of opportunity for two-way players and assignment players to remain with the Pacers. So doing a good job here with the personnel that they have are the Boom of late.
Absolutely. Development is what it's all about. And injuries in that organization has really plagued them, but they're fighting through it.
E.J. Liddell, lone starter remaining on the floor for the Nets, misses a 3. Nets now 3 of 7, shooting it from deep. Slauson kicking it out. It's McLaughlin, open 3. Too strong, and the rebound to Terry Roberts. Just a 3-point game here in Montreal as Liddell puts it on the floor. He gets bumped. E.J. Liddell is going to head back to the line.
Yo, credit to E.J. for just pushing. I would like to see some more fast break points. They don't have any right now for the Nets, and this is a team that leads the G in fast break points, 19 a game. I give credit to the Boom getting back on defense, but I think the pace can just be a little bit faster with them. And you saw Liddell just taking it right to the cup, recognizing the defense was backpedaling.
Yeah, 5-0 is the advantage for Noblesville in fast break points. Also 7-0 Noblesville when it comes to bench scoring, which is something that we've seen the Nets really excel at lately. So far, no points contributed from the Nets bench here in this game, though E.J. Liddell, along with Cameron Hildreth, your high scorers, both with 7 points apiece. We mentioned Liddell coming off back-to-back 30-point efforts. Nice feed inside Slauson, but is poked away by Malachi Smith. Smith running the break over to Scott. Corner 3, Liddell is good.
Same spot. Same spot as he hit the first one. But again, pushing the pace, making those decisions early in the shot clock is exactly what the Nets want.
Hildreth putting it on the floor, a lot of contact. Strong finish there for Cameron Hildreth.
He is terrific at getting to the rim and just finishing shots that I feel like I didn't think he would be able to. A little off balance there, but keeps his eyes on the rim to have the tough finish. Loves attacking on that left.
Foul here called on DeJuan Gordon. Even though they look at the steal here from Smith, picking the pocket, then starting it. Extra pass there from Trey Scott, and the 3 from Liddell. Andre Couture heads to the free throw line after that foul. Be the Nets' 5th attempt here in the first quarter. Couture, 88% free throw shooter.
And here's something a little different from Coach Udofia. Just a soft press. This is not the game plan to trap out of that press. Just soft, trying to slow down this team. And, man, they take advantage. Felton with a tough lay.
Yeah, R.J. Felton giving Noblesville some good energy off of the bench. His second bucket here in the first quarter. Felton all over E.J. Liddell here on the defensive end. 40 seconds to play in the first. Trey Scott, extra pass. It's Couture for three. Just rolls off the rim. No shooter's roll there for Hunter Couture.
Man, that rolled off right on the top. You see the crowd, everyone reacting to that. It's a beautiful pass from Scott to create that shot for Couture.
Inside, there's some tough work from Samson Johnson. That's up by 4. The shot clock turned off, so Long Island can hold for the final shot of the period if they choose. Double team comes for Smith, gets it over to Couture. 3 seconds to go. Hunter Couture with the fall away. Can't go. E.J. Liddell thought he was fouled on the putback. No call, and that's the way it ends here in the first. Nets up by 4 in Montreal, 28-24.
There we go. At the Nassau Suffolk Autism Society, we provide free events, social and recreational events for individuals with autism and their families. There are a lot of challenges with that. So we take those challenges away by working with different venues and organizations like the Long Island Nets, and we make safe, supportive spaces for people with autism and their families to go out and have just great experiences together. Ooh. Today we're doing some handprints. Linking Long Island is another way of saying, we're connecting, but the handprints is really connecting our kids to the event and to the team. And we have so many families that come, and it's just a special environment, a special place. I mean, we're very welcome there. Our kids are very comfortable there. There's a lot of, fun, different things for them, but there's just no judgment, and that's always the most important thing.
Unbelievable night for the Nets. Drafted 5 basketball players that have a lot of potential.
And the reality is, when you have minutes, whoever you are in our team, you have to take advantage of those minutes.
Hey, Hawk.
Drake, what about you, man? Having fun?
Drake, Powell, Cash.
Saraf started playing pro at 16.
Traore outrunning everybody the other end.
This is the foundation of the future of the Brooklyn Nets.
Off, and Georgie missed on 2 putback attempts, and at the end scored.
And once he got past on that left side, there was no help.
3-point attempt is good. At the end out front, he's gotten more offensive. Terry Roberts snaking his way into the paint. At the end, it was heated up in the. Roberts being defended by Ryan Woolridge, who's just checked into the game. Bulls getting Kawamura a rest. 3-pointers good for Eddie.
Start of the second quarter here in Montreal. Nets lead it by 4, and the Nets are rolling into this game with some confidence on the offensive end, because their last 2 games in Windy City were their 2 best, you could say, from a points perspective of the season. 143 in their win on Thursday night. That's a regular season high.
Yeah, that's amazing. Be able to put up some points like that. I mean, a team that is 15th in the league in points per game. They have been shooting lights out, and I really like how balanced it was too. As we talked about EJ's 32 points, Etienne 15 points, Trey Scott 16 points. That bench production as well. Malachi Smith 17 points. So everyone just being aggressive, looking for their shots.
One of the numbers that stood out on that graphic, Don, was the free throw attempts for the Nets on Friday night. They had a season high 27 here in the first quarter of today's game, 5 of 5. Meanwhile, Noblesville has not taken the 3. Nets cough it up on their opening possession. Did it by 4 after 1. Slauson loses it momentarily, sticks with it, and hits the floater.
Now 20 points in the paint for the Boom. They've been looking inside, not settling for the jumper, and trying to get something easy in the paint. And now they force a turnover.
Nets give it away. Back-to-back turnovers to start the period. And there is a layup, and there is a timeout from Mufon Udofia. Coach clearly does not like what he sees there, as we're all knotted up at 28.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, all knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night. And they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
Right, that's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes
we
the Nets
saw a
the
lot
other
of
way.
that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank
Alley-oop
shots.
pass.
Woo!
Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve a two-way.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell. So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Al Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
Devon Udofia has shown that he is not shy to call that timeout mere seconds into the start of a period, Dom, and clearly coach did not like what he saw there with those back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. Back-to-back turnovers. Got to take care of the basketball, and those turnovers led into points for the Boom. They have been attacking, getting into the paint, just some things he wanted to get into his team about, I can imagine, but now this game being all tied up.
Both of these teams top 10 in the G League when it comes to converting turnovers into points. Let's see how the Nets respond out of that timeout. That's a good answer there as Nate Williams flies in for the layup. The Nets came out on fire there in the first quarter. Started the game 6 of 9 from the field. They ended the first just 1 of 10. Give you an idea how the Boom got back into the game. Nets on top by 2. Slauson had to go through his hands. That's a backcourt. His toes on the line.
Nice job to challenge that. Malachi to just challenge the ball handler to catch the basketball. Could have just let that go, let that play on. But Malachi ran the ball down, pressured them at half court, and forced another turnover.
It's interesting. If you look at the Nets logo at center court, it gets broken up, the white line, and it looked like Slauson's foot was right on that line. So a bit of a judgment call there from the official. And thankfully for the Nets, that call was made. We get a foul here at the other end, so Grant Nelson to the free throw line.
Yeah, I like to see Grant Nelson get on the board. He's been doing the work early, establishing post position, just hasn't scored yet in this game. Good to see him knock down a free throw.
Nelson back to action on January 9th as he worked his way back from a lengthy knee injury recovery. Didn't play in the game on Fridays. The Nets are trying to manage his return. Well, there's an open 3, and it's good for DeJuan Gordon.
They're shooting 50% from 3. Haven't shot a lot of them, only attempted 6, but they didn't get some good ones to go down.
Nets lead it by 2. Malachi Smith to a cutting Nate Williams.
I really like how Nate is moving without the basketball, just making himself available. He keeps cutting into the lane. Give some credit to his teammates. Coach Udofia said the assists have been good for them, and that has also led to their offensive production as of late.
Felton gets it into the lane, and that one was poked away by Smith. That's off and running. Here's Liddell. Going hard to the hoop, E.J. Liddell with the finish.
Nice job pushing pace here. I think E.J. Liddell has all 5 of the fast break points for the Nets. But kind of pump faked us a little bit. I thought he was going to slam that one, just laid it off the glass.
I was thinking the same way, Dom, because that one is way off from Slauson with the rebound to Felton. Felton continuing to give Noblesville some really strong minutes as we get a foul. Are they going to give Slauson the bucket? I believe they do.
Yeah, it looked like it was going up in the shoot him up. Man, it should be an N1.
Yeah, foul on Etienne. So an N1 opportunity here for Jalen Slauson. First free throw for the Boom. Slauson connects. Friday night at Osceola, 19 points, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists. First career triple-double for Jalen Slauson, third-year man out of Furman. Malachi Smith with an answer and one of his own.
Wow, how about it? That was really tough. Just took Hildreth all the way to the cup here. Head down, long strides to finish. He was looking for the foul, and he got the call. There is some times where Malachi Smith just looks unstoppable when he gets into the paint. Defense on him, he has a bag of moves and tricks that he can do. And he's so strong and solid for the finish.
Smith misses that free throw. 4 of his last 6 games, Malachi Smith has flirted quite closely with the triple-double. Hasn't gotten it yet. And the Nets were certainly aware a couple of nights ago in the win at Windy City. Tried to get him that final rebound, just couldn't do it. But Malachi Smith has been a stat filler as that one just gets off in time. Grant Nelson trying to save it. We get a whistle. Did he step out of bounds? No, instead it's going to be a foul here on the Boom. It'll be Nets ball. Bit of a sloppy game for both sides. 10 turnovers for Noblesville, 7 for the Nets. Nelson put it on the floor with the left hand, and it's taken away. 8 turnovers now for Long Island.
And that's the growth with Nelson, right? You got to make the counter move, getting into the paint. Defense cuts him off that left hand. Spin back, make a move to get to the other side of the rim. It was open.
Rothen lost it, but it stays with the Boom. There's 3 from Taylor Peter. Picking it up, letting it fly. Nets by 2, Nate Williams. Oh, what a quarter for Nate Williams.
He's been able to get to the left hand at will.
Slauson thought about the 3, instead putting it on the floor. His shot is short, but the second effort is good.
Yeah, nice job just staying with it. Got to block out after the shot, but he's been really aggressive in getting to the rim. He's so athletic and scoring into the paint. Nice drive here. Long steps to finish on the left side. Just challenges the defense, attacking him, and no one has been able to slow him down yet.
Smith give and go to Grant Nelson. Had it blocked by Slauson. Ball was loose and picked up by Slauson. How about that challenge?
Yeah, Slauson does a little bit of everything for them. As we talked about it before, the triple-double last time out versus the Magic, can pass, facilitate, and play defense.
It's Peter again. No hesitation, putting up the 3. He's a perfect 2 of 2 from long range.
Yeah, he's heating up. They've been getting out there to contest. He's still getting them up.
Taylor Peter had a nice effort in the game on Friday night against Osceola. 19 points, along with 8 assists. So he did struggle to shoot it from deep, just 2 of 12 from long range in that game. And we are going to get a timeout here taken by Tom Hankins. So we'll step aside. Noblesville, they have the lead up by 1.
Great day. Keep going. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together.
Tough jumpers are a little easier.
This play was designed to do that.
Look at the numbers or the highlights.
Good pass. Hammers it down and gets fouled.
To me, you're always good at your family. Some lobs are deemed as disrespectful.
Unbelievable.
As a group, we have to get better.
You heard it here first.
We knew early on this cat got something special.
He quickly realized that basketball had an opportunity to be really good to him, and I think he kind of came out of his shell.
Don't let his gentleness fool you. There's a drive and there's a desire for excellence that's always been there.
I think I've grown in quite literally every way you can from the day that person was drafted. I feel like I'm a completely different player now.
When a guy with that kind of talent works as hard as he worked, success is going to be the end result.
On January 28th, Tyson Etienne became the Long Island Nets all-time leading scorer. We sat down with Etienne to talk about that moment.
when moments like this, you have to appreciate it because it does show that the work works.
One-on-one with Tyson Etienne, who, Dom, the accomplishments keep on coming for Etienne since the Nets were on the road at Windy City. He became Long Island's all-time leader in made three-pointers as well.
Just so excited for him and how this season has been shaping out. I mean, just continues to get better. And in the history books for Long Island, it is a really cool thing for him. Such a hard worker, such a connector on the team. And he's a terrific three-point shooter, so I'm not surprised.
We'll hear from Tyson again coming up at halftime. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Noblesville has come all the way back to take their first lead of the game. The Nets led it by as many as 9 in the first quarter. Shot clock winding down here for the Boom. Here's MJ Araldi into the game as we're going to get a foul called here on the Nets. It's on Tyson Etienne. That's his second. Noteworthy because Etienne fouled out of the game on Friday at Windy City in only 20 or so minutes. 10 to shoot. Hildreth going to kick it over to Gordon. Juwan Gordon is now up to 4 points.
Yeah, Gordon just recognizing in rotations. They were scrambling on defense, just attacking the hip and getting into the paint.
Trey Scott, hesitation, got 2 guys up into the air, but he was blocked by McLaughlin. Boom by 3. Nice pass to the cutting Talon Peter.
Yeah, Peter's been heating up. We've been seeing him knock down some threes. This time just cutting into the lane. Rewarded from that. It was a beautiful pass just to catch them on the run so you can finish.
That was good feed from the rookie Araldi, seeing his first action of the game. Nate Williams has been the hot hand for the Nets here in the second quarter. Into the corner, back up top. It's Trey Scott. Ball worked all the way around, and Trey Scott has the Nets' 5th made three of the game.
Terrific patience, nice ball movement. I love the selflessness that the Nets are playing with right now, just passing it around the perimeter. I thought it was 2 players that had a nice wide open shot, but they gave it up for a better one. In rhythm, Scott being able to knock it down.
Peter finally misses one from deep. Here's Etienne putting it on the floor, high off the window as goes Tyson Etienne.
Multiple ways they've been able to be productive on the offensive end, shooting 50% from the floor. Nice job.
Hildreth hit the deck after missing that 3. Didn't get the foul call. Instead, the Nets are going to push it. It's Malachi Smith. Handed it off to Chaney Johnson. Close quarters there, but Johnson able to finish off the glass.
Here they go. They like to run. They like to push the pace, and I love what I'm seeing. 7 points for the fast break right now, but Malachi Smith doing a nice job just operating in transition to get some nice buckets to his teammates.
Nets going back on top by 2. 7 to shoot. McLaughlin has it. Trying to back down Williams. McLaughlin spins in the lane. Tough shot. It's halfway down and then popped out.
I feel like we've seen so many shots do that on both ends here today.
Unforced error there for the Nets. Long Island's 10th turnover. Both these teams now 10 turnovers apiece. Interesting stat lines in this game, Dom. 61% Noblesville was shooting from the field. The Nets are shooting 52%, but both teams with those 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
So you want to call it a sloppy game, but both teams really shooting it very well.
Yeah.
McLaughlin putting it on the floor. Trey Scott getting called for the foul.
And as you mentioned, I feel like these are teams that are kind of similar in that way, right? The turnover number can get high, can creep up for both teams. They also force a lot of turnovers here, so I feel like that kind of plays into the hand of the sloppiness. You know, once a turnover happens, it comes right back in fourth, sometimes just trying to play too fast. So both these teams need to settle down just a little bit.
30 points in the paint for the Boom, 20 for the Nets. Just the second free throw of the game here for Noblesville. McLaughlin hits it. Nets have taken 7. So one of those factors that we heard from Coach Udofia about, defending without fouling. Nets have certainly done a good job of that here in the first half. Etienne, another strong drive from Tyson Etienne. Seems like Noblesville is trying to limit Etienne's opportunities from long range. He's only taken 2 threes in the game. More opportunities to put the ball on the floor and get to the rack for Tyson Etienne.
Yep. As we know, he's a terrific three-point shooter. They want to run him off at the perimeter, but a nice job on him adjusting, getting to the free throw line, something the Nets are doing quite well in this game. And he splits the defender, and that secondary defense just attacks it.
We have a stoppage to play here for some infection control. Not exactly sure who it is, but somebody on the boom is getting some medical attention. So we have a moment here to gather ourselves. What's been a pretty competitive back and forth opening half here in Montreal. I should mention, Dom, another fantastic crowd here in Place Belle to get a look at the history for the Nets here in Montreal. Their 9th game that they've played as Les Nets. Split right down the middle, 4-4. Always put on a good show for the fans, averaging over 120 points in each of their games. And it was nearly a year ago that 7,700, an all-time franchise record, came out. I get pretty close to that number here this afternoon. This place is packed almost to the rafters.
Yeah, and I like how vocal this crowd is. They have been into the game since the beginning. I mean, since the dance team came out and cheered them all, they have been dancing and having fun. There's a lot of kids in this crowd as well, too. I imagine some young hoopers being able to watch this fantastic showing.
Well, this building is Place Belle, not to be confused with the Bell Center, which is downtown Montreal, home of the Montreal Canadiens. This is the home of Rocket Laval, which is the minor league affiliate of the Canadiens. They actually played here yesterday afternoon, a 3 o'clock game. Rocket Laval got a win over the Cleveland Monsters. Nice feed inside. It's Williams again who gets fouled. Terry Roberts with a beautiful look inside.
You look at the guards out there on the floor and how they can all push pace. Tyson Etienne, Terry Roberts, Malachi Smith. This time, Etienne just leading Terry Roberts. Let it settle down and then fake the three-pointer to find underneath the basket Nate Williams. I thought that was terrific control in transition, and they are making the smart plays right now.
Terry Roberts had a couple of really good games the last couple of nights on the road at Windy City. He had 15 points on Thursday, and then you touched on it before, Dom, on Friday, 8 points and 8 assists for Roberts. As Peter takes a three, he was fouled. So we were going to get one free throw worth 3 for Taylor Peter. It's on Nate Williams, who's looking at that Nets coaching staff, pleading his case maybe for a challenge. Instead, the Nets are going to let it go. Peter is a terrific free throw shooter, 95% in the regular season. Rookie 2A out of Liberty University in Virginia. Peter, well-traveled in college, started his career at Tennessee Tech, played 3 years at Arkansas Tech, that's a Division II program, and then wrapped up his final season at Liberty. Second-round draft pick of the Indiana Pacers. That's leaded by 2. Here's Johnson, a lot of contact in the lane. The Boom going to look to push it. Noblesville throws it away. Well, that was awkward there. Looked like a good pass from Felton. Jalen Slauson just couldn't catch it cleanly. 12th turnover for the Boom.
Seeing McLaughlin now has his nose plugged up. Guess his nose was bleeding.
It was McLaughlin, yep. Slauson fouls Roberts.
Looked like he got hit in the face.
Yeah, he kind of slapped him right in the cheek.
Yeah.
Roberts and Slauson are talking about it. Well, the Nets are in the bonus. And a miss there from Terry Roberts. 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Only 3 attempts for Noblesville. Peter's going to do it himself. 3 was halfway down, popped out. Taken away by Peter. Looked like a kick ball. Instead, they're going to rule that was off of Peter and out of bounds.
Well, it looked like what Coach Udofia was also arguing. Looked like it was a kickball.
That was right in front of us.
Yeah.
Kind of agreed.
Yeah.
Either way, no harm, no foul. The Nets will have it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Four players off the bench, and Tyson Etienne on the floor here for the Nets. Speaking of Etienne, that three was long. McLaughlin has it. The offense has gone through Taylor and Peter here in the second quarter. Nets lead it by 2. Felton just coughed it up. Those turnovers piling up for the Nets. And Chaney Johnson in transition.
Johnson giving the crowd what they want. Pushing the pace, throws it down. Beautiful fast break execution once again. And defensively, forcing some turnovers.
Taking it away by Alex Schumacher. What are the Nets going to do with it here? And they give it right back. Trey Scott. Overly unselfish.
Right idea. Yeah. Defense came over. It was just half a second too late. But how about Chaney Johnson? Trey Scott pushing the pace here. And then he throws it down. Two-hander. What the crowd wants to see.
No hesitation from Chaney Johnson. He's got 4 points, a couple rebounds. So after the turnover, Trey Scott committed a foul, his second. So in the bonus, as Slauson will go to the free throw line. Certainly one of those examples, Tom, of the Nets fouling essentially 90 feet away from the basket, putting the opponent on the line.
Those are the type of plays that, drives a coach crazy.
Slauson converts. And the Nets lead it by 2 here, 90 seconds to go. Malachi Smith for 3. Smith, 2 of 2 for long range. Nets are 6 of 12 from deep.
Now they got to come back down here and play with some defensive intensity. And Coach Udofia even looked over at us and said, we're getting some stops. We got to convert on the stops that we get.
Unlucky there for the Nets as Roberts and Scott went up for the rebound. And the two of them combined to poke it out of bounds. We can have to look here at this 3 from Malachi Smith.
Only a couple of seconds ticked off the clock before they got this 3-ball up. And Roberts draws 2. Easy pass to Malachi Smith.
Peter gets it off the inbounds. 10 to shoot. Slauson guarded by Liddell. And read perfectly by Terry Roberts. Incoming, it's Roberts. Nets by 7 after the turnover.
That really gets the crowd into it. You're seeing some back-to-back dunks here, and again, being able to push with numbers.
Wild miss from Peter. Schumacher has it in the corner. Smith thought about it, instead put it on the floor. And he'll wait for reinforcements. 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Liddell, strong take, just couldn't get the finish off the glass. About a 4.5-second different shot clock to game clock. Tony, corner 3. Nice response there from the Boom. Each team now 6 made triples in the first half. But 15 turnovers for Noblesville, 11 for the Nets. That has been a big story here in the first half. Shot clock is off. Malachi Smith with 5 seconds to go. Smith was fouled. So Malachi Smith will go to the line. He's 0 for 1 here in the first half. And the Nets coaching staff, Dom, up out of their seats, telling them, do not foul.
Yep.
Defend without making contact.
Yes. Got to be disciplined here. 4 seconds to go. You don't want Boom to take any momentum into halftime.
Smith going to shoot 1 for 2. And he makes it. And the last gasp here with 4 seconds on the clock for Noblesville. They trail up by 6. The Boom got to go. Slauson has it. He'll put it up from half court. A good effort, but it goes long, and that's the way the first half ends. And it's a good first half from the Nets. They lead it by 6. And that'll take us to our halftime break. The Nets here in Montreal have opened up a nice lead, turning that defense into offense. We'll have our halftime show after this.
The Long Island Nets are back for the 2025-2026 NBA G League season, and it's going to be better than ever. Watch tomorrow's NBA Superstars today, live at Nassau Coliseum. Feel the excitement with electrifying dance performances and entertainment that'll have you on your feet all night long. Bring the whole family. The Kids Zone is packed with fun for the little ones. Stick around after the game for exclusive player autographs and your chance to meet the future stars up close and personal. Get your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com and come experience basketball like never before.
Frustrated he couldn't get that rebound. Malachi Smith cashes in that second chance.
See how much longer he's up top with the big team once they kind of get settled. Because
here comes Malachi Smith and the Long Island Nets trying to increase their advantage. At the end, they would love to see him disqualified for 6. Spinning shot by Malachi Smith. Really nice move there.
Cut it to 5. How about that?
They get the ball inside. Liddell unable to get a shot up. Yuki reaching in. Hold off, and Georgie missed on 2 putback attempts. And at the end, score.
And once he got past on that left side, there was no help.
3-point attempt is good. At the end out front, he's gotten more offensive. Terry Roberts snaking his way into the paint. At the end, who's heated up in the... Roberts being defended by Ryan Woolridge, who's just checked into the game. Bulls getting Kawamura a rest. 3-pointers good for Eddie.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Unbelievable night for the Nets. Drafted 5 basketball players that have a lot of potential.
And the reality is, when you have minutes, whoever you are in our team, you have to take advantage of those minutes.
Drake, what about you, man? Having fun?
Drake, Powell, Cash. Saraf started playing pro at 16.
Traore outrunning everybody the other end.
This is the foundation of the future of the Brooklyn Nets.
Two weeks ago, Tyson Etienne etched his name atop the Long Island Nets record book as the franchise's new all-time leading scorer. But it turns out, Etienne didn't even know he was in pursuit of the mark. He found out he was close from an unlikely source.
My grandma had told me, she watches every game. She just told me I was close to another achievement, and I just took it as appreciation.
And there it is. The new leading scorer in Long Island Nets franchise history is Tyson Etienne.
Grandma was right, and on January 28th, Tyson Etienne moved past Jordan Bowden as the most prolific scorer in Long Island's history.
You think about all the players, the great players that are put on a Long Island jersey, and how storied our franchise is and our organization is, and for me to be able to be on any list, in this organization, I take it with a lot of honor and a lot of gratitude for it.
To get your name in the history books, that's big time, and for a guy like him that works extremely hard, prepares the right way.
Averaging more than 17 points per game throughout his Nets career, Etienne needed only 67 games to set the record.
You got to be able to take a second to give thanks, because we all work so hard. I work so hard every single day, day in, day out, that when moments like this, you have to appreciate it, because it does show that the work works.
And the person he is, he texted me that night, just thanking me for helping him, and I'm like, hey, you did all the work. You put the work in. This is about you. Enjoy this moment.
And maybe most fitting of all, the Nets' newest scoring king has deep ties to the area. Born in New York City, raised in New Jersey, and a high school star at Long Island Lutheran, a few miles away from Nassau Coliseum.
It's nice that somebody went to Lehigh, so he's local, and it's Long Island Nets, so that's amazing. I love that aspect of it. But I just think Tyson as a person is it's great for him to be able to do that. It just shows how dedicated he is to his craft.
Just to, be from New York, to inspire kids from New York City, from New Jersey, from Long Island, from Brooklyn. Like, I take it with a lot of honor and responsibility, and it gives me more motivation to keep going.
And just this past week, Tyson Etienne became the Nets' all-time leader in made threes. So was there any disappointment breaking the scoring record with a free throw?
That's all right. Free throw, they all count.
I'll take the free throw. Don't matter. It's the best shot in the game.
It's halftime here in Quebec. Nets and Noblesville. We'll be back right after this.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
We knew early on this cat got something special.
He quickly realized that basketball had an opportunity to be really good to him, and I think he kind of came out of his shell.
Don't let his gentleness fool you. There's a drive and there's a desire for excellence that's always been there.
I think I've grown in quite literally every way you can. From the day that person was drafted, I feel like I'm a completely different player now.
When a guy with that kind of talent works as hard as he worked, success is going to be the end result.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, ball knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night. And they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
Right, that's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes the Nets.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank
alley-oop
shots.
Pass. Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve it too.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell. So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Al Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
No matter if I'm with the Brooklyn Nets or if I'm with the Long Island Nets, just be an everyday guy. Continue to be consistent, share my energy and my light on other people.
I just know that I'm more than capable, more than able to play at the next level again, getting back there. I know my shot is never over.
I want to be one of the greatest to ever do it. I'm going to always play 110% every ounce of the game.
Growth and development. I think, obviously those go hand in hand, right? And we're trying to get better, 1% better each and every single day. Guys developing, guys growing. And what that'll lead to is, success on the court.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Welcome back to frigid Montreal, Quebec, Canada. 0 degrees, Dom, when you and I walked to the arena. I know it's cold back on Long Island, but this is a different kind of cold here. And not shooting cold, both these teams. Shooting the ball really well here. So Nets lead at 61-55 in the first half. Both teams over 50% from the field, but a bit sloppy. A lot of turnovers for both these sides.
Definitely need to clean up the turnovers. You got 15 turnovers for the Boom, and then you have 11 turnovers for the Long Island Nets here. But the Boom have really been looking for their offense in the paint, and they have been able to be a force inside. Slauson, 11 points, being able to find some shots, attack the rim, and just stay with it. I feel like they were a little bit sloppy passing the ball around the perimeter, but Slauson just made do with that. Tough catches and a great finish. And then we saw Peter really be able to come alive and create shots for himself. And kind of some discombobulated plays he was able to create, knock down some threes. He really got himself going late in that first half there, but he's been looking good from shooting outside.
Taylor Peter was scoreless in the first quarter, had 13, and he leads Noblesville with those 13 points. How about for the Nets, Dom? Nate Williams has been the guy, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's been attacking, getting downhill here. You see the shot from Malachi. Malachi's been facilitating as well, too, to find Nate Williams, but getting downhill, getting to the left hand, and just making himself available. Tough finishes inside with the and one there. You know, he's fiery, and he's been able to get this offense really going.
E.J. Liddell coming off those back-to-back 30-point efforts on the road at Windy City, keeping it going. Liddell with 12 points, including that corner three early in the game. He is 2 of 3 shooting it from deep as the Nets are enjoying this 6-point lead here at Place Bell. The big factor in the early going down has been the free throw disparity. The Nets have taken 11 free throws in this game, only 4 for Noblesville.
Yeah, the Nets been doing a nice job just being aggressive, getting downhill. You saw a taste of it there. E.J. Liddell has been pushing the pace every time he can, but the guard play has been fantastic to get that going.
And for the Nets, the bench play has also gotten going. Only 2 points from the bench in the first quarter, 9 from the reserves in the second quarter. All right, that'll take us to our final break here of the half. Nets lead it by 6 when we come back. We'll have the start of the third quarter here in Canada.
Frustrated he couldn't get that rebound. Malachi Smith cashes in that second chance.
See how much longer he's up top with the big team once they kind of get settled. Because
here comes Malachi Smith and the Long Island Nets trying to increase their advantage. In the end, they would love to see him disqualified for 6. Spinning shot by Malachi Smith. Really nice move there.
Cut it to 5. How about that?
They get the ball inside. Liddell unable to get a shot up. Yuki reaching in.
Oh.
Homegrown. Handpicked. A team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, all knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night. And they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
That's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes the Nets.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank shots.
Pass. Woo! Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve it too.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell. So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
The Long Island Nets are back for the 2025-2026 NBA G League season, and it's going to be better than ever. Watch tomorrow's NBA Superstars today, live at Nassau Coliseum. Feel the excitement with electrifying dance performances and entertainment that'll have you on your feet all night long. Bring the whole family. The Kids Zone is packed with fun for the little ones. Stick around after the game for exclusive player autographs and your chance to meet the future stars up close and personal. Get your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com and come experience basketball like never before.
Homegrown. Handpicked. A team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Welcome you back north of the border. We are in Place Bell, Laval, Quebec, Canada. Long Island Nets over Noblesville, 61-55. Started the third quarter, mere moments away. But before we get there, Tom, let's get a look at your keys of the game.
Yeah, I mean, forcing turnovers was something we knew the Long Island Nets had to do. They forced 15 turnovers in that first half and got 18 points off of those turnovers. So they are converting and capitalizing off of it. And how about the 14 fast break points, pushing in transition? Most of those came in the second quarter. And I felt like they started playing with a little bit more pace in their shot selection late in the second quarter there. So really coming alive for the fast break points.
And 9 of the Nets' 14 fast break points coming in that second quarter, where the Nets were just slightly better than Noblesville, 33-31 the edge there in the second for Long Island. Good start here between the Boom and the Nets. First of 2 games over the span of 3 days here in Canada. Really good crowd here on this Super Bowl Sunday. Early starts all around the G League. I believe there's 3 games in the G League today, all of them starting well before the NFL kickoff. And how about, Tom, we refresh everybody's memory on just who exactly these Noblesville Boom are. Rebranded Noblesville to start this season. Before that, they were the Indiana Mad Ants for a couple years. And way before that, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants from 2007 to 2023. They play their games in Noblesville, which is about a half-hour northeast of downtown Indianapolis. And if you're wondering where the name Boom comes from, the legendary coach and commentator of the Indiana Pacers, Slick Leonard, the Hall of Famer, 3-time ABA champion, he's the one who used to call games, and his famous catchphrase for the Pacers was "Boom, baby." So when it came time to rebrand Noblesville, it was only natural that they'd be called the Boom. And starting the third quarter, just like he did the first, Tyson Etienne with a triple. Boom, baby.
I love that, man.
I had to. 5 to go on the shot clock, losing it momentarily. But back to Tony, who's 3 beat the buzzer, but it was off the front of the rim.
Good box out from Smith underneath the basket.
Grant Nelson, quiet day for him. 0-3 from the field, only 2 points for Grant Nelson.
Man, I didn't mind that shot. He could start the break too.
Peter, beautiful
now
look.
Breakdown on defense. Nelson's gonna have to shuffle back.
That's as easy as it gets for Samson Johnson. 6'10" rookie out of Togo. Played at UConn for 4 years and won a couple of national championships with the Huskies. Etienne to Williams. A couple threes here in the early going for the Nets to start the second half.
We talked about him during halftime. Nate Williams has been fantastic. Perfect from the three-point line. He's got 18 points, been getting downhill.
Nelson running the break after the turnover. There's the finish from Malachi Smith.
Great decision-making from Nelson. Just pushing, getting to the paint, looking up, finding your teammate. I love the growth that I've seen from him throughout the season now that he's healthy. And that's a huge part of it there, being a facilitator.
There's the answer from Talon Peter. It was an 8-2 run for the Nets to start this third quarter, now 8-5. Peter with 16 points to lead Noblesville. Nate Williams has 18 for the Nets. E.J. Liddell, he had 12 in the first half, coming off those back-to-back 30s. We get a foul called as Liddell ends up on his back under the hoop.
EJ is just so strong, right? He gets a defender on him. He's able to just create space, make a shot for himself. Just powerful getting into the paint.
13 games in the regular season for E.J. Liddell, just slightly under 20 points per contest. 7.5 rebounds per game. Also got 1.2 steals, block and a half, so it gives you a little bit of everything. To your point, Dom, do it all for the Long Island Nets is E.J. Liddell, 6'6", 240. Hildreth spins on Smith. Nice recovery there from Malachi Smith to take away the baseline. Sampson hands it off to Slauson, gets it right back. And Johnson's fouled. So Samson Johnson to the free throw line.
We've seen a couple of times now they've been able to hit Johnson just on that backside. When he rolls, he comes through clean. And we talked about the defense from the Nets and how they've been good with the on-ball pressure. The off-ball pressure has been Chris as well, but now that backside rotation, they just got to pay attention to slowing that down.
Johnson short-armed that free throw. The Nets could not secure the rebound, so the Boom will get it. 14 on the shot clock, inbounding under their own hoop. Hildreth to Peter. Driving baseline up top to Slauson. Tough shot there from Slauson, but somehow it's Johnson with the rebound, and the second effort results in a three from Taylon Peter.
Just seems like Peter is always there at the right time. Whenever there's like a breakdown, a tip ball, discombobulated play, he is shot ready to knock down the three. We saw that in the first half here and continues the hot hand.
Somehow Samson Johnson pulled down that offensive rebound with 3 shirts in his face. Corner 3, Grant Nelson.
Been taking more of those. Been taking more, working on that shot, warming up before the game, extending his range.
And the Boom didn't think Nelson would take it. He sure did, and he converted. Here's Peter, no good. Tapped out again by Johnson. Another second chance opportunity here for Noblesville. It's Tony, no good, and another battle to secure the rebound. Grant Nelson finally does for the Nets. Samson Johnson has been a terror inside here in the third quarter. Nelson thought about the three. Instead, the Nets working it around for a better shot. Turnaround floater from Nate Williams is off the side of the rim. Peter looks inside for Slauson. Nice cut. Jalen Slauson converts.
Yeah, again, the same play they've been running. It's just been the trailer coming down. It comes through clean. No one bumps him. EJ doesn't. Malachi doesn't. And someone's got to bump the cutter as they're coming through. They're just coming up too free in the paint.
Smith tried to get it inside to Nelson. Instead, it was taken away by the Boom. Here's Slauson cross court to Hildreth. Shot fake. Out to Peter. He'll take it. Came up short. As Etienne and Nelson fight for that rebound. Mfiondu Dofia has seen enough. He'll call a timeout here with 7.5 to go in the third. Nets up by 9.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, ball knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night. And they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
That's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes the Nets.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank
alley-oop
shots.
Pass. Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve it too.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell. So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
Hit a couple milestones, did the Long Island Nets Thursday and Friday on the road at Windy City. We mentioned before, Tyson Etienne surpassing Kaiser Gates as the franchise's all-time leader in made threes, and David Waka stands alone when it comes to block shots, 74 of them, as he passes Kamari Murphy. So congratulations in order for Etienne and Waka as they etch their names in Long Island Nets franchise history.
Fantastic. Haven't seen Waka in this game, but terrific defender and shot blocker around the rim.
Well, right out of the break, it's E.J. Liddell with another corner triple.
Yeah, he loves the corner shot. I mean, been getting it every single time. Noblesville been continuing to let him get a wide open shot over there in the corner. But again, been able to shoot the three-pointer with a lot of confidence, coming off the screen tight here. And you see McLaughlin kind of coming out with his arms up, but not a true contest to E.J. Liddell's shot.
So Slauson misses the free throw, but we get a whistle right away. As Gabe McLaughlin hit the floor, the official's going to talk it over. E.J. Liddell, Dom, 3 of 4 from long range. The Nets are 10 of 16 from deep. That's 63% so far in this game.
And they've been taking great threes. Good looks, working within the offense. Just like how efficient they've been in the showing.
That foul was called on E.J. Liddell, his second. But here in the third, the Nets have had a tough time securing the defensive boards. Undoubtedly what Coach Udofia was talking about there during that last timeout.
Well, now here going back to defending without fouling. And a couple fouls kind of pile up here for Long Island. They're calling it a bit more tightly here in the second half. They just have to continue to stay disciplined. What a screen.
Peter
Slauson
keeps on getting those open looks. Unfortunately for the Boom, he hasn't been able to convert the last couple. On the floor, we're going to get a timeout called by R.J. Felton.
Yeah, Peter getting those looks because they are executing on offense. Beautiful screen from Slauson to free him up.
All right, so we will take a break here with the Nets leading it by 12, 6.5, 7 minutes to go in the third.
Keep going, keep going. Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together.
Tough jumpers are a little easier.
This play was designed to do that.
Look at the numbers or the highlights.
Good pass, good pass. Hammers it down and gets fouled.
To me, you're always good at your family. Some lobs are deemed as disrespectful.
Unbelievable.
As a group, we have to get better.
You heard it here first.
We knew early on this cat got something special.
Hit quickly, realized that basketball had an opportunity to be really good to him, and I think he kind of came out of his shell.
Don't let his gentleness fool you. There's a drive and there's a desire for excellence that's always been there.
I think I've grown in quite literally every way you can from the day that person was drafted. I feel like I'm a completely different player now.
When a guy with that kind of talent works as hard as he worked, success is going to be the end result.
Are you looking for your next opportunity for a job? The Long Island Nets teaming up with local employers to connect students and job seekers with their next career move. You can join us Thursday, February 26th at Nassau Coliseum pregame for our job and resource fair. You can scan the QR code on your screen for more information. The Long Island Nets, Tom, they have a job for anybody who can pull down a defensive board here. Noblesville has done a really good job keeping these possessions alive in the third quarter. Frustrating from Udofia and his coaching staff to no end. Nets lead it by 12, but you can't help but think, what if? Second chance opportunities piling up here for the Boom.
Hey, this is still very much in the hands of Noblesville. I mean, being down 12, they're still able to get some offense going here. And against the Magic last time out, had a little bit of a comebacker there, even though they came up short. But as we've said so many times, no lead is safe in the G.
Gordon was bumped by Smith, and he'll get an opportunity at a three-point play. That was a nice finish there, smooth.
And this will be a great way to do it, right? I mean, getting the and one, tough finish. Gordon just the rip through, step through two defenders, and they kind of sandwiched him on that situation. And gets the and one. Opportunity to chip more into this lead.
This is it, but another offensive rebound for the Boom. 10-4 is the edge in second chance points, make it 12-4 for Noblesville after that layup from Audie's Tony.
Great job from Tony, just keeping that play alive, but passed the ball to the top of the key and just cut back door. Just kept moving, and a couple of times we've been seeing Noblesville take advantage of the Nets falling asleep on defense on that backside.
Here's E.J. Liddell spinning around on that pivot foot, and he throws it away. Intercepted by Gordon, dropping it off for Slauson. Misses the layup in transition, but another offensive rebound for the Boom. Gordon got tied up. Tony ends up with it, kicking it into the corner to McLaughlin. Three is short. Rebound for E.J. Liddell. Tyson Etienne still hasn't really had a whole bunch of opportunities from three. Noblesville doing a good job limiting what he can do beyond the arc as Liddell is fouled by Felton.
And right now, the Nets just playing too fast. Coach Udofia yelling at them, hey, slow it down, let's run something, let's get a good shot. And the turnover number starting to creep up for them. 13 turnovers. Thought they had been doing a solid job at the beginning of the first half, not turning it over, and they were able to extend the lead, but now just been playing too fast, making mental mistakes.
Malachi Smith out of the game. Terry Roberts is back in, and before Smith could sit down, Mufandi Dofia pulled him aside for a quick chat. Chaney Johnson waiting to check in as well here for the Nets, as Liddell going to shoot his 4th free throw of the game, and E.J. Liddell has made all 4 of them. Nets lead the Boom by 10, 5.5 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Hildreth with the drive, step around, but he left it short. Another offensive rebound here for Noblesville, and that one is good from Slauson. The offensive rebounds continue to pile up here for Noblesville. Roberts in the corner for Liddell. That one went all the way around the rim before it popped back out. Slauson using the screen, picked up his dribble over to Felton. Felton will shoot the 3. Big rebound. It went off the hands of McLaughlin. We're going to get a whistle here. It's going to be a foul on the Nets.
McLaughlin has been utilizing the footwork underneath the rim. You're seeing the bigs crash the boards hard, give them some offensive rebounding here. He just kept his feet moving, refused to be boxed out.
That foul was on Terry Roberts as Liddell checks out of the game. Johnson back in. McLaughlin connects on the free throw. Nets lead down to 6. They led it by as many as 12. Chaney Johnson putting it on the floor and finishing with the left hand.
How about the crossover from Johnson? Low to the ground. Little guard skills at 6'7".
Chaney Johnson up to 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field. Slauson drives, momentarily lost the handle. There's another second chance here for the Boom. It's McLaughlin for 3, no good. And another offensive rebound. Felton can't convert. R.J. Felton had 2 offensive rebounds as we get a whistle. Etienne will go to the line.
Well, back to your point, Matt. 10 offensive boards for Noblesville, 17 second chance points. That number is continuing to climb. But Etienne pushing on the break there. It was 3 defenders trying to block that shot.
Noblesville, Dom, had 2 offensive rebounds at halftime. They have 8 here in the 3rd quarter. We got 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Seems like a different game.
They have 8 offensive rebounds. It is keeping Noblesville in the game.
Yeah.
Interesting you mentioned earlier, Dominique, that David Waka yet to check into the game for the Nets. I wonder if there's anything to that or if coaching staff just deciding not to put him in, but that is a guy who can give you some fight down low. Keep an eye on that as the game progresses and as the Nets continue to struggle to secure these rebounds. McLaughlin has it. He'll take the jumper from there. And there's the board for Nate Williams. Williams to Trey Scott, gets it back. Nice pass inside to Johnson, up and under, Chaney Johnson, and the foul.
Really nice pass and an even nicer finish for Chaney Johnson. Pump fake, get into the lane, draw 2. Keeping it simple here is what the Nets have to do. Beautiful finish from Johnson, and I just like the ball movement into the paint, just looking up, making the sound pass down low to give Chaney a bucket.
Nets doing a nice job sharing the ball, 20 assists on 26 makes. Still shooting it very well, 57% from the field, 59% from 3. Chaney Johnson giving Long Island some good minutes off the bench. He's up to 9. Nets have 4 in double figures. Noblesville only 2. Peter and Slauson, 19 and 15 points respectively. Terry Roberts almost poked that one away. Slauson had a steam. Oh, Jalen Slauson throwing it down over a couple defenders.
He just had a burst of energy coming down the paint.
Johnson throws it away, intercepted by Hildreth, who gets absolutely crushed there by Chaney Johnson. No ill intent. Johnson right away checking on Hildreth, who is still down. That was a scary collision. Well, first we'll give you a look at this dunk from Slauson. This was spectacular.
Oh my goodness.
Strong finish. And then here's the foul.
Hildreth likes to kind of slow down a little bit in transition, has that hesitation, that slowed up step. Almost looked like the leg went to his neck. Some awkward landing.
Cameron Hildreth going to get as much time as he needs. Kind of shake that one off a little bit. Would you like to see the sportsmanship there from Chaney Johnson, knowing that he was going to clobber Hildreth right away, went to check on him. I told you about Hildreth before, 23-year-old rookie. Played at Wake Forest for 4 years. Senior year, he was honorable mention All-ACC, but a native of England. #1 player in the country for his high school recruiting class. And acquitting himself quite well this afternoon. He's up to 11. Doing a nice job running the offense for Noblesville. Chaney Johnson feeling it. He's going to take the three. That one whirls out. Nets lead it by 7, under 3 to go, third quarter. Peter over to Gordon, spins in the lane, comes up short. Schumacher with the rebound.
Nice job, limited them to one shot. The offensive rebounding has been an issue for the Nets, and that time to box out.
3 from Trey Scott, no good. Samson Johnson, as we get a lob attempt here, stolen by Trey Scott. Johnson doesn't have a whole lot of rebounds, only 3, but he is affecting a ton, keeping possessions alive for Noblesville as that ball rolls out of bounds. We're going to get a blocking foul on the boom.
You've been seeing Hildreth all over the floor. Give a lot of credit for him for just putting his effort, getting out in transition. Scott almost loses it. Chaney Johnson power dribble. I thought he was standing there waiting on it.
Well, we thought we had a timeout here. The officials thought Bafani Dofia called the timeout. I believe coach said he didn't. So we're calling everybody back onto the floor. You got Noblesville players sitting down. The Nets were making their way back to the bench. Instead, it's going to be free throws here for Chaney Johnson after that blocking foul. Nets in the bonus. Long Island continuing to cash in from the free throw line, where they are 13 of 16 in this game. Peter guarded by Roberts, kicking it cross court to Slauson. His 3 is short. Here come the Nets. Long Island leads it by 9. Schumacher in the corner to Roberts. Terry Roberts drilling a corner 3. That's 11 made threes for the Nets in the game.
So a much smaller lineup for Long Island Nets, and just capitalizing off of it, working it around the perimeter, getting the shot they want. And Terry Roberts, usually a three-point shooter, but he can hit.
Malachi Smith blocked that shot from Peter. Schumacher has it. He'll kick it cross court. Very unselfish, this unit here for the Nets. Trey Scott hits the corner triple.
Especially Smith. That's his 8 assists on the night. Been facilitated quite well, but as we mentioned, just smaller lineup, a lot of guards on the floor. And they're passing, looking for a good shot.
Losing it out of bounds to Juan Gordon. Pleading with the officials for a foul. Instead, that's the 18th turnover of the game for the Nets. Let's look at some more of that hot three-point shooting here from Long Island.
The corner 3 really been falling for them, Matt. I know you were always taking a look of the corner 3 for the Nets. We've been getting a lot of those here today.
It's been there all day, and Long Island certainly cashing in. Good hands here from Roberts, poked it away, but it stays with the boom. Taylor Peter, long 3. short and right. And the rebound to Schumacher. There's Malachi Smith into the paint. Soft touch on the floater for Malachi Smith. We get a minor clock adjustment here. But a nice run here from the Nets. Close out this third quarter. Largest lead of the game for Long Island. They're up by 17.
You're on a 10-0 run right now and doing a really nice job offensively, getting multiple great looks in the paint and from outside.
Well, not surprisingly, Dom, the Nets doing a better job of securing those rebounds on the defensive end, coinciding with this 10-0 run.
Yeah.
About a 4-second difference, shot clock to game clock. 5 to shoot here for Talon Peter. Kind of in no man's land, lobs it inside for Johnson. Doesn't go. There's a rebound for Chaney Johnson. Terry Roberts to beat the buzzer. Good if it goes. It's off the mark. May or may not have gotten that off in time. Doesn't matter anyway, because that is a nice finish here to the third quarter for the Nets. They lead at 94-77 as we head to the fourth.
The Long Island Nets are back for the 2025-2026 NBA G League season, and it's going to be better than ever. Watch tomorrow's NBA Superstars today, live at Nassau Coliseum. Feel the excitement with electrifying dance performances and entertainment that'll have you on your feet all night long. Bring the whole family. The Kids Zone is packed with fun for the little ones. Stick around after the game for exclusive player autographs and your chance to meet the future stars up close and personal. Get your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com and come experience basketball like never before.
And Georgie missed on 2 putback attempts, and Etienne scored.
And once he got past on that left side, there was no help.
3-point attempt is good. Etienne out front. He's gotten more offensive. Terry Roberts snaking his way into the paint. Etienne, who's heated up in the. Roberts being defended by Ryan Woolridge, who's just checked into the game. Bulls getting Kawamura a rest. 3-pointers good for Eddie. Frustrated he couldn't get that rebound. Malachi Smith cashes in that second chance.
See how much longer he's up top with the big team once they kind of get settled. Because
here comes Malachi Smith and the Long Island Nets trying to increase their advantage. At the end, they would love to see him disqualified for 6. Spinning shot by Malachi Smith. Really nice move there.
Cut it to 5. How about that?
They get the ball inside. Liddell unable to get a shot up. Yuki reaching in.
Oh. The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
10-0 run for the Nets as they enjoy their largest lead of the game, 17-point edge here. And this is a special building for one Malachi Smith. I think he likes playing here, Dom. A career night in Canada last month for Malachi Smith when he had that 36 points, and he is off to a fantastic start to this game as well.
Yeah, he's at 16 points right now, perfect from the floor, 6 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, and 8 assists to go along with that. So I feel like he's flirting with a double-double or a triple-double almost every night, and he has certainly stepped up his game in the regular season for sure.
That triple-double has been frustratingly elusive for Malachi Smith, as we documented earlier in this game. Right out of the gate, there's an offensive rebound for Noblesville. Second chance opportunity. Audier's Tony no good. Grant Nelson pulling down the board. 12 offensive rebounds in the game for Noblesville, 10 of them, Dom, coming in that third quarter.
Yeah, and it's funny to be right here behind Coach Udofia because you see his reaction every single time they're able to get an offensive board. It's something that's incredibly frustrating.
Grant Nelson, a lot of contact underneath. And they're going to say that's a blocking foul on. No, it's going to be an offensive foul on Grant Nelson. Everyone was like so slow to move up the floor. You can usually tell the body language here. But, yeah, you got to give that one to Taylor Peter putting the body on the line.
Yeah, did a nice job of just staying set and seeing him and Hildreth trying to take a couple of those here this afternoon. But nice job just taking that blow. It kind of looked like he turned his body a little bit. He didn't really want to take that, but Great job from Nelson getting it back on D.
Well, the Nets take it right back. Now 19 turnovers for the Boom. Terry Roberts putting the brakes on and a smooth elbow jumper from Roberts. Roberts poked that one away, and the Boom give it right back. Chaney Johnson had the ball end up in his pocket, giving it to Nate Williams. And there's a layup from Nate Williams, and you knew the timeout was coming from Tom Hankins. So a strong start, and the excellent play continues for the Nets. They lead it by 21 here early in the fourth.
Homegrown, hand-picked, a team grows in Brooklyn. Watch the Nets all season on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
The back pass to Modest for a dunk was something special. Georgie going up, all knocked away.
Mild-mannered, right, as a coach. And then they find you out in the middle of the floor. Like game last night. And they were like, Stacey King, bobblehead. And I was like, Mark, is that
Hot sauce is one of them. Sriracha.
That's one of them. Give me the hot sauce and get out of the way.
Yuki had no chance there as they dumped him off. And here comes the Nets.
We saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we? Point-blank
alley-oop
shots.
pass. Woo! Slam for E.J. Liddell.
Can do. I deserve a two-way.
Yeah, everyone's super competitive at this level as Liddell. It's a little jump hook. Looking to run. Behind the back to Georgie. Blocked, though, by Liddell. So it's almost always going to be a goaltend. Pass inside to Liddell, and he's able to just stuff it in. Al Murray having a nice game in his first start with the Windy City Bulls. 14 points, 7 assists.
Unfortunate turnover there.
Yeah, another Bulls turnover. They pass it inside. Liddell a chance to add to his total. It's the top of the backboard, and there's that man, E.J. Liddell, the former Bulls two-way player.
Noblesville head coach Tom Hankins wanted to talk it over. It's a 14-0 run spanning the end of the third, beginning of the fourth quarter here for the Nets. The biggest lead, Dom, of the game for Long Island. How do they close out this win, make sure this one doesn't get away like it did on Friday night?
Yeah, as discussed, defensive discipline is how they're going to close out this game. They've been doing a nice job of running Boom off of the three-point line. They're shooting 26% from three, but just getting stops on defense, securing the rebound, and then executing your stuff on the offensive end.
And that ball has been loose all afternoon long for Noblesville. Grant Nelson insists that wasn't off of him. Fran Udofia is going to say, let's challenge it. So a timeout taken by Coach Udofia.
Grant Nelson comes all the way to the bench.
Grant Nelson was convincing. We'll take a break as we take a look.
Keep going, keep going. Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together!
Tough jumpers are a little easier.
This play was designed to do that.
Look at the numbers or the highlights.
Good pass, good pass. Hammers it down and gets fouled.
To me, you're only as good as your family. Some lobs are deemed as disrespectful.
Unbelievable.
As a group, we have to get better.
You heard it here first.
We knew early on this cat got something special.
Hit quickly, realized that basketball had an opportunity to be really good to him, and I think he kind of came out of his shell.
Don't let his gentleness fool you. There's a drive and there's a desire for excellence that's always been there.
I think I've grown in quite literally every way you can. From the day that person was drafted, I feel like I'm a completely different player now.
When a guy with that kind of talent works as hard as he worked, success is going to be the end result.
We have our first challenge of the game here at Place Bell, and gotta wonder, Dom, how quick this one will be, because Grant Nelson was emphatic right away that he was not the last one to touch that ball, and that was your and my first look at it, Dom, and I think that's pretty cut and dry. This will be overturned. It should be Nets basketball.
Yeah, from that angle, it definitely didn't look like he did. It looked like his arm kind of swiped down, but it wasn't near the ball, and Grant Nelson walked over to the bench to tell this team that we need to challenge that, saying that he did not touch it.
Well, the refs continue to look at it, despite us thinking that it was a pretty obvious call, but we wait to hear their verdict. Meanwhile, the upcoming schedule here, we mentioned one more in Montreal. It's Tuesday, same two teams, 7 o'clock start. The Nets then head back on the road to play at Delaware. That's an 11 a.m. start. Then another early game Thursday at Birmingham before they wrap up the road trip Friday against the Squadron. Your hometown, Dom. And we mentioned this is an important game. And here's why. The Boom and the Nets separated by only a half game. That one coming in the loss column. No flip-flop here if the Nets hold on to win this game. The top 8 teams in the Eastern Conference make the playoffs. See that logjam there at 12, the 905 Swarm and Charge. Nets and Boom both trying to join them with their 12th win. Well, this challenge continues.
I didn't hear you say my hometown.
Oh, you didn't hear the hometown shout-out?
It was a shout-out. I appreciate that. That's a good double back because we can't, leave that unnoticed.
Of course. Someone from Birmingham. What is the? Is it a Birminghamer? Birminghamian? Like you're a New Yorker. Birminghamian?
Birminghamian. Behamian. I don't know. That's what
some of those like are such a
mouthful.
Mouthful,
it's
right?
a mouthful. Yeah.
Birminghamer, maybe?
Birminghamian. Yeah.
You're a New Yorker. You're a Long Islander. You're someone waiting a really long time for a challenge
Southerner.
to be decided. A Southerner. There you go.
That's what to say.
All right, the officials are discussing it. Long break here. Well, the Nets had such momentum. You wonder maybe if this is an opportunity for Noblesville to kind of hit the reset button, make a push over this final 10 and a half as this lengthy review continues.
And as we talked about closing out games, right? A lot of time left to go. Wanted to challenge this, make sure that, it's an earned possession for Boom.
I believe the call is going to be changed. It's going to be a foul called on the Nets. So that would explain why there was such a lengthy replay review. I'll get you the specifics here when they kind of come across our stat monitor.
And I talk about this all the time. That rule is an interesting one for sure. To be able to challenge the ball went out of bounds and then a foul is assessed after it is incredibly frustrating for a player, but we play on.
An unlucky break for the Nets. It's going to be a foul assessed to Grant Nelson as he was the one defending McLaughlin. After that long review, we play on. Biggest lead of the game for the Nets. They lead it by 21. Nice feed inside from Nelson. Chaney Johnson spins. The soft touch gets it to go.
Nice hands inside for the pass, and then just got himself a better angle to finish that bucket.
Boom got to get going if they're going to try to mount a comeback here. They got 5 to shoot. This possession going nowhere quickly as Slauson tried to throw it inside. It was tipped by Chaney Johnson. Schumacher coming away with the steal. Now 21 turnovers that the Nets have turned into 26 points. Schumacher left wide open for a 3.
That's a good shot. Good shot. Just a kick out after getting it in the paint. Thought he did a nice job to wisely slow it down and get a better shot instead of pushing transition. Oh my goodness. What a spin from Peter.
Came up short after the acrobatics. Terry Roberts, another gear. Schumacher tried to put it in all in one motion, no good. And there's a wild save from the Nets. Chaney Johnson before it goes back court. That'll get a hand from the crowd. This wild possession continues. Roberts spinning, getting it off to Nelson. Oh, what a play there from the Nets. A little bit of everything during that 24-second span.
Yeah, we saw Peter on one end show us the spin move. Terry Roberts said, I can do that too, and spins over to find a nice pass down low. A little bit of everything on the offensive possession. And great job of just getting points in the paint for the Nets.
Audie's Tony foul.
Wow, this lead has creeped up for the Nets.
And that's up by 25. The new largest lead of the game for Long Island. McLaughlin and Peter check it out for Noblesville. E.J. Liddell back in the game for Long Island. Balanced scoring effort for the Nets. They have 5 players in double figures. Nate Williams leading all scorers with 20. Good ball movement here from the Nets. Liddell from the corner, no good. Offensive rebound for Grant Nelson. Liddell's going to shoot it again. This one a little bit deeper, and it comes up short. Hildreth and Schumacher collide. The foul's going to be on Schumacher. Cameron Hildreth is a tough point guard here for Noblesville. 6'4", 195.
Not many plays where he hasn't been diving or on the floor or being physical.
From England, and he plays with the sensibility of a rugby player. R.J. Felton's three, and David Mwaka now into the game, seeing his first action for the Nets. Right on cue, Mwaka with the rebound. Williams driving past Felton, high off the glass, no good. Slauson has it, looking to run. Hildreth in the corner to Tony. Rebound, Malachi Smith. Williams with the drive. Nicely done. Nate Williams up to 22. Slauson with an answer.
They have been quiet from the three-point line for quite some time. They were shooting 25% before that shot. Nets doing a nice job of running them off, but Slauson has been a terrific shooter this season.
First made three of the game for Jalen Slauson. He has 20 points, 10 rebounds, so a double-double, 5 assists. Coming off that triple-double. Nate Williams got to get rid of it, did not. There's a shot clock violation for Long Island. 16th turnover of the game for the Nets. Normally that'd be cause for alarm, but they're 5 better than Noblesville, who's turned it over 21 times. Giraldi dropping it off inside for Johnson, had it blocked by Mwaka. David Mwaka into the game here for the first time in the fourth quarter, already making an impact on defense. And how about on offense? Malachi Smith dropping it off from Mwaka, and Tom Hankins going to ask for a timeout.
Mwaka getting in on the action on both sides of the ball, running the floor, getting the stop on defense, came into the game and made an immediate impact. Really like that from David.
Nets lead it by 24. Let's give you a look here at the Long Island Nets all-time leading shot blocker, adding another to the ledger, and then going right back to him. You love when you see that, right, Tom? Doing the
absolutely.
Teammates appreciate the hard work on one end.
Absolutely, and rewarding you, passing to you on the fast break.
Mwaka had a nice game on Friday at Windy City. 6 points, a season-high 9 rebounds, also 2 blocks. Mentioned earlier in the game, David Mwaka in that game, surpassing Kamari Murphy for the all-time franchise lead in blocked shots. Play resumes after the timeout from Tom Hankins. Big lead like this, Tom. Limit second chance opportunities, and as the Nets have been saying all week long, defend without fouling. Don't put the boom in the bonus. And tip your cap when a guy makes a play like that. R.J. Felton, nice layup. Keep the clock moving, don't stop it. There's Tyson Etienne with a rare look at a three, just his 5th attempt of the game.
Said he got hit.
Yeah, that was a little wild there. Etienne was looking for a foul. Well, on Friday night, the Nets allowed Windy City. That ball's thrown out of bounds. Nets allow the Windy City Bulls to close the game on a 19-4 run. And as we've seen, Dom, more often than not here in the G League, no lead is safe. Almost certainly the message from the coaching staff during that last time out. Cannot take your foot off the gas if you're the Nets. Malachi Smith has a double-double in this game. 16 points, 10 assists, 3 rebounds. Nate Williams' shot is no good.
They're getting some good looks from 3. I think they've been executing, running their stuff, trying to get a good shot.
That's still 46% from 3 as Johnson's turnaround is no good. Malachi Smith, he's going full speed. Had it blocked by Araldi. Second chance, no good. Araldi with the rebound. Here's MJ Araldi. Trying to take it coast to coast, no good.
And now you can see deliberately Nets are trying to contest without fouling, hands straight up in the air to make the shot difficult. You don't want to pick up any cheap fouls here.
McLaughlin and Peter waiting to check in for the boom at the next whistle. They thought maybe it would come there as Nate Williams just got clobbered on that layup. And the boom will take a timeout here, or perhaps an injury timeout as Johnson got the worst of that collision between he and Nate Williams. I'll give you a look at it.
Yeah, holding the top of his ankle. Seemed like, I'm not sure if someone came down on it or he turned it over awkwardly.
Well, coming into this game, Dom, we talked about the turnover and how both the Nets and the Boom, among the best in the G League at turning over their opponents. And coming into this game, you see the numbers there. Nets 3rd in steals, 4th in opponents' turnovers per game, and Noblesville right there along with them. And I would say, in that tail of the tape, you got to give the advantage to the Nets as they have turned over the Boom a whole bunch in this game, and they've turned that into points.
Yeah, they forced 22 turnovers and had 26 points off of the turnover. So that is exactly what you want. Your coach Udofia being aggressive on the defensive end. Only put them on the line 10 times here today as well, too. They were without a free throw for a long time early on in this game. Just great discipline from the Nets.
That 3 no good from Araldi. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Smith lost it out of bounds, poked away by Felton, and will stay here with the Nets. Well, the attendance number just came in, Dom. 6,720. That is a sellout here at Place Bell.
Amazing.
Almost all of them still in their seats, despite the big lead here for the Nets.
Yeah, we felt the energy.
Oh, yeah.
From the
really
jump.
good crowd.
Yeah.
That's been the case here without fail in Montreal. 1 o'clock start, 7 o'clock start.
They are excited to see some hoops.
Competing with the Montreal Canadiens game just down the road. Either way, there are a ton of fans who come out to this building. I should mention it's the same for the hockey team here. They pack about 10,000 into this place for hockey. Love their sports in this part of the province. They certainly show up to see their Nets. And you look around in the crowd, you see a couple of blue Lay Nets jerseys, which is what Long Island wore during their stint here at Place Bell last year. They're wearing the red this year, sort of a nod and homage to the colors of Canada. And fans can purchase these jerseys that the players are wearing after the game. Nets do a good job of auctioning off for a good cause all these specialty jerseys that they wear. So once the Nets wrap up this series here on Tuesday night, you can own the very jerseys you're seeing on the floor here. It's the Dash Auction app as Malachi Smith landed awkwardly on Audi's Tony. Everybody looks okay, thankfully, as Smith, the pretty Euro step around Peter.
Beautiful. And we saw Peter take a charge earlier on in this game, and Malachi Smith, just nice adjustment. A mean Euro step on the other side.
McLaughlin's fouled. He'll shoot 1 for 2. And that's going to empty the bench here. Walker and Schumacher back in the game. Dre Davis checking in for the first time, as is Jamal Mashburn Jr.
Yeah, nice to see Davis healthy. Was in concussion protocol for a few games. Really hard collision. And nice to see him out there on the floor, healthy.
Jamal Mashburn Jr. made his Long Island Nets debut a month ago here in this building. He was acquired, sort of a last-minute acquisition for the Nets as they were making the trip up here to Canada. I believe he wore number 91 with no name on the back for that first game, but he is wearing that familiar 24 with Mashburn on the back. Same jersey number his old man wore for many terrific years in the NBA. Here is Dre Davis right off the bench. That three comes up short. Always tough to ask a guy to sit for 45-plus minutes, come in and take that first shot cold.
Yeah, that's really tough. I mean, but I really like the ball movement on offense to get that shot. Great cutting. Couture did a nice job to find him.
Mashburn got bumped. Probably should have been a foul, but you imagine the officials are holding on to the whistles here. 2 minutes to go.
Coach Udovia doesn't care. He's going to keep fighting for his players. Telling them about that bump on Mashburn Jr.
Oh, we've seen that. I mean, we've seen
he's never going to
Coach Udovia challenged with 9 seconds left in a game that the Nets were winning by like 18 points. So you can speak to this, Dom. You love that as a player. I mean, your coach has your back, right? I mean,
absolute passion, never letting up, always fighting for your team.
Yeah,
you got to have their back.
Save me a turnover.
Absolutely.
Get me a rebound. Get me a bucket. It ain't over until you got triple zeros on the clock, because the Nets give that one away. Ends up in a bucket for Tony. But the Nets shooting the ball really well in this game, 51%, 41% from three.
That was a big block. Moraldi. You see the second unit out here for the Nets, still trying to figure out their chemistry and playing together, how to find a good shot. But Schumacher attacking, and Moraldi just wipes it away. That was a tough block. I think it went off the nose of Schumacher as well.
Couture's jumper is long, and the outlet pass, and R.J. Felton wasn't looking. Audi's Tony threw it off his back.
Yeah, was sprinting to his spot in transition.
So the 23rd turnover of the game for the Boom. Noblesville going to drop their second in a row after that 7-game win streak. They'll fall to 11-8 on the year as Dre Davis takes a long three. For the Nets, they'll get that coveted 12th win, improve to 12-8. Get back in the win column after that heartbreaking loss on Friday night at Windy City.
We've had some really tough games this season, right? I mean, some tough, heartbreaking losses by a bucket. Came down to the wire. They just keep fighting.
Well, it is Super Bowl Sunday here, and a super effort Sunday afternoon from the Long Island Nets. Get to kick their feet up, enjoy the football game tonight, feeling good about a win.
Yeah, they got an off day tomorrow as well, too. We're not back until Tuesday, so enjoying the cold in Montreal.
The Nets are going to host a youth clinic here on Monday on this court. Doing a good job here. They were in the elementary schools back in January, reaching out to the kids, and we'll do the same here tomorrow on this court as they get a rousing hand from the sellout crowd, 6,700 here at Place Bell, enjoying a 110-94 win as Long Island strikes first in this 2-game series with the Noblesville Boom.
Yeah, 5 players in double figures, 30 points off the bench, fast break points. They had 20 of those. They forced some great turnovers as well, too. I think the offensive rebounding is something they wanted to take note, have in the back of their mind going into Tuesday. But they should be really happy with this win here this afternoon.
A lot to like here from the Nets. it was all working for Long Island. Really forced the issue, took advantage of some sloppy play from the Noblesville Boom, and they get a nice win, 110-94. As we are going to welcome in one of the stars of the game for the Long Island Nets, E.J. Liddell, joining us here courtside. E.J., a nice bounce back for you and your teammates. Impressive win over Noblesville, especially after the way the game ended on Friday. How satisfying is it to come out and really take care of business here?
Man, we needed to bounce back and respond really well, and I felt like we came out here and responded. You know, we got some things we got to clean up. Defensive rebound, and not allowing so many offensive rebounds. You know, just playing hard for 48 minutes. That's something that we said we need to come out and do, and I felt like we did it for good 40 minutes. So
yeah, it seemed like in the third quarter there, the Boom were kind of coming back with those second chance opportunities. What was said in the huddle from the coaching staff here to kind of get you guys to clean that up and really, you know, put the pedal to the metal, put them away?
Yeah, I mean, everybody contributed to today's win. I mean, obviously it's not just me, it's not just one other guy. It takes everybody to come out here and play. So that's why it's a team game. It's a five people on the court every time.
Noblesville came into the game, 18 turnovers per game. They coughed it up more than anybody in the league. Was that something you guys wanted to seize on? And obviously it seems like you did there, turning defense into offense all game long.
Yeah, that was one of the keys. Obviously our ball pressure and physicality is like our number one staple. That's what we talked about every day. So coming out here and ball pressure, no, that's nothing new to us, and we got to keep doing that.
Last question for you. Going back and forth between Brooklyn and coming here to the G League level, and how difficult is that for you? And especially, you know, you went on the West Coast trip with Brooklyn, then you come drop 30 points in both those games against Windy City. Is that something that's difficult for you, or is that just kind of part of being a pro?
It's part of being a pro. You know, you got to, come in and be a pro. Like you said, honestly, just being in this situation, it's a blessing. You know, you have hard trials, you have hard days. You're like, man, when is my opportunity going to come? But every day is an opportunity. Every time I step on the floor is an opportunity, no matter where I'm playing basketball at. I'm just getting a little bit better.
Well, making the most of that opportunity, E.J. Liddell and the Long Island Nets getting back in the win column with an impressive showing here at Place Bell. E.J., thank you very much.
Yes,
Enjoy
sir.
the Super Bowl.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a quick break.
Yep.
Get Dom back in the seat. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this.
There we go. At the Nassau Suffolk Autism Society, we provide free events, social and recreational events for individuals with autism and their families. There are a lot of challenges with that. So we take those challenges away by working with different venues and organizations like the Long Island Nets, and we make safe, supportive spaces for people with autism and their families to go out and have just great experiences together. Ooh. Today we're doing some handprints. Linking Long Island is another way of saying, you know, we're connecting, but the handprints is really connecting our kids to the event and to the team. And we have so many families that come, and it's just a special environment, a special place. I mean, you know, we're very welcome there. Our kids are very comfortable there. There's a lot of, you know, fun, different things for them, but there's just no judgment, and that's always the most important thing.
Unbelievable night for the Nets. Drafted 5 basketball players that have a lot of potential.
And the reality is, when you have minutes, whoever you are in our team, you have to take advantage of those minutes.
Drake, what about you, man? Having fun?
Drake, Powell, Cash.
Saraf started playing pro at 16.
Traore outrunning everybody the other end. This is the foundation of the future of the Brooklyn Nets.
Off, and Georgie missed on 2 putback attempts, and at the end scored.
And once he got past on that left side, there was no help.
3-point attempt is good. At the end out front, he's gotten more offensive. Terry Roberts snaking his way into the paint. At the end, who's heated up in the. Roberts being defended by Ryan Woolridge, who's just checked into the game. Bulls getting Kawamura a rest. 3-pointers good for Eddie.
Nets led by as many as 25 in the end. It's a 16-point victory for Long Island here. Their 3rd game this season played at Place Bell. It was a sellout crowd, Dom, and the Nets sent home their Montreal fans happy. Big-time win. Really did a good job doing what they do best, forcing those turnovers, allowing Noblesville to kind of shoot themselves in the foot, and the Nets capitalized.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they were great perimeter defense. making it difficult to set their offense up, make them uncomfortable, and they definitely feasted off the turnovers, definitely the game plan they wanted to execute. As I mentioned, the offensive rebounding, you definitely want to take that into next game, clean that up, limit them to one shot. But I thought it was great pushing the pace. They knew what they were looking for on the offensive end, and it was solid to see 5 players in double figures.
Yeah, always something to work on. E.J. Liddell said as much in this game. Great start for the Nets. They're going to play this team again coming up on Tuesday night. We'll give a look at some of the stats of today's game. The Nets really did a good job shooting the basketball. I mean, they were over 50% for the entirety of the game. They emptied the bench there with about 3 minutes to go, so they end up a little under 47%. They shot really well from deep. And the rebounds, we got something that the Nets can certainly clean up here going forward. But again, just a all-around effort for the Nets. Did a really good job beating this good Noblesville team. This is a win that the Nets might look back on when you talk about playoff position.
Absolutely. I mean, a team that's ranked 5th in the the standings. We saw that, and we saw that this team can certainly show some fight. The lead was 25 for the Nets here, and they made this thing interesting. So this is going to be a good team, and they're going to be trying to look for the revenge on Tuesday.
Slauson coming off of that triple-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. And like Dom mentioned, a really balanced effort there from the Nets. Nate Williams leading the charge with 24. E.J. Liddell following up those 30-point efforts in Windy City with 19 points here today. All right, we'll do it again in a couple nights. Tuesday night, it's a 7 o'clock start here from Place Bell in Laval, Quebec, Canada. We hope you'll check back in with us for our next broadcast. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock tip here north of the border. Then the Nets will hit the road after that. But they are feeling good here with an impressive win, 16-point victory over their rivals in the standings, the Noblesville Boom. Well, that's going to do it for us here in Canada, for our crew north of the border and our crew stateside. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your Sunday.
Broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League. This copyrighted broadcast of